Mm. I've been recently letting myself fall because I hold on to my ego. I have been falling in the aspect of being diligent in what I have to do in this life so that I can make myself as life and life as self better, the best that I can be. So, have I been falling? Is that I have been giving attention, energy, time to things that just do not matter in the long run. Things that are an absolute waste. And I give the time, energy, um, attention towards these things because I started to judge myself as inferior in relation to others, other Destiny members. I I would see myself as not changing, as still the same person. And within that, I would judge myself and uh, beat up on myself, get down on myself. I would get down on myself. Um, and in that become depressed, and in that not move myself towards something that's best for me. So what I would do in that moment is that judgment would arrive. I would give in to that judgment. I would feel down on myself, and then I would feel like I should not apply myself, or I do not feel like applying myself in that moment. And if I allow myself to give in to that, it just becomes such a massive cycle. Because if I allow myself to give in to that, I I allow myself then to give the attention, the time, and the energy towards the things that are absolutely useless. Like, and what I mean by absolutely useless are the things that just that are entertaining, that are there, that do not involve me being here, that I can. Okay. Let me restart and say that it's me and who I am in what I am participating in. Meaning, I will look at funnies on the internet. I will watch videos endlessly on the internet. And in that, I am not applying myself. I am not here breathing. I am not doing something that I can do to assist me to better myself as life. And I allow myself to do that because of an accumulated judgment of being inferior and less than. And this is where the fucked up point exists, is that since I judge myself as being inferior or less than, the emotion that I've connected to that judgment is depression. And then when I become depressed, I do not apply myself, meaning I will not write myself out or read material on comparison or judgment or self-worth. I'll allow myself to go deeper into that feeling and allow that feeling to affect me further to the extent in which I manifest the actions of not giving myself any worth. Meaning I'm not giving myself any worth because I am not applying myself. So within that there is a cycle of feeling unworthy and then doing the things that I do not give myself any worth within. And then it's just a constant cycle, and it's a build up and a build up. And I've come to a point where I've felt so inferior and so I've degraded myself to an extent where I've wanted to give up participating in destiny. And to look at that statement and to see who I am in it, and to see what that would lead me within is ludicrous, because that is the epitome of the system in which I am existing in, which is a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-love, comparison, judgment, external value. The epitome of those would be me giving up participating in destiny, which is what is best for me, which I will give myself value within. If I write myself out, I will give myself value for writing myself out. But if I resist that, I don't give myself value. I don't see any value in not writing myself out. So obviously I will not give myself value if I do not write myself out. And then within giving up destiny, I'm giving up all these tools, all this opportunity for myself to better myself. And that obviously is not the solution. So, I mean, the biggest point to look at is my own self-value, my own self-perception. Because within that, I'm defining my self-perception as, and within comparison towards other people. Instead of creating my own self-perception through being directive and giving myself the self-direction within the physical to move within the physical and direct myself within the physical so that it is not a perception of inferior, but it is a living fact of I am standing for myself, I am doing what is best for me. And then in that, removing the perception of myself in relation to others and stopping the comparison of myself in relation to others, because I am doing what is best for me. So this is what I have been going through for quite a while, because obviously it did not just happen in a moment, it had to be an accumulation effect of a while. So It is to stop my comparison of other people and simply just direct myself and not allow myself to get down when seeing other people changing. So I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to make myself depressed when I compare myself to others as not changing. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to hold an idea of myself as not being changed above myself and allow that to influence me in how I feel and not take self-directive action in that to change myself, but to keep myself the same. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to become depressed in seeing myself as not changed instead of investigating my perception of myself and then taking the self-direction, the self-action, and giving myself the diligence to change myself in a manner that I would enjoy seeing myself changing as and into. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to compare myself to others, defining myself within and as how I see myself in relation to others. I forgive myself that I have not accepted and allowed myself to see myself within and as my physical actions. Thank you.